What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to my Parks the Premier League here with Billericay Town FC. So, third season in the Championship now, hopefully, like I've been saying it quite a lot recently, 3-year plan. You know, first season just consolidate ourselves, second season progress a little bit more, third season make that final and big jump to hopefully get the promotion to the Premiership. So, let's go into transfer straight away, straight off the bat. Not got much wage to play with. I think that just shows the bad financial situation we're in, that I can't really progress the squad in the way that I want it to. I mean, for me to buy a player, I have to sell a player pretty much, or release a player and things like that. So, keeping that in mind, let's have a look at our transfers. So, we'll look at the outs first. So, we already know about Cedric Kasongo. Jordan Keegan, I always said was going to leave, and off he went. Robbie Stratton was just a player that never made it, off he went. Anyway, so into the transfers and make a bit of money. Anyway, yeah, back. Sorry about that. Had to cough. Sebastian Basso, first player to leave. He went to Sheffield Wednesday for 350k. This is a lot of money, but this guy's a half decent talent. I mean, just because I didn't want him doesn't mean he won't be maybe a Premiership player in the future, because he's definitely has the ability. I mean, I know he hasn't scored for Sheffield Wednesday since. That's probably just showing me straight back down. But this guy's potential in him. He had a couple of decent stats on him, which is why I signed him originally. But with all the great players we have at our side, we didn't need him. I didn't feel we needed him. He wasn't kind of what we were looking for. We have a lot of target men in the squad, so I'm going to kind of keep to tall target men in the squad, maybe the occasional poacher or so. And this guy isn't really what we're looking for, so I decided to let him go. 350k, I'm very happy with that amount of money. We then loaned out Randolph Gurin. Again, actually we're trying to sell him, and you may have seen the loan, it said a loan fee and things like that. It's because we don't actually, I was trying to sell him, no one wanted to buy him. In the end, Watford come in with a loan deal with a bit of money, so I thought, you know what, better that. I mean, he's playing alright, he's in the Championship now, so he's taken that step up from League One, which is what he's been doing for the last couple of years. But I really just want to get rid of this guy. I mean, he's not going to be good enough for the squad. There's no point in me really keeping him. He's on 5.25k a week, that's a lot of money. Plus, I could probably get 100k, I'm hoping for him anyway. I mean, I doubt I really get that. I mean, the fact that I had to loan him out really shows that I couldn't get a lot for him. But anyway, this guy's on his way out. I couldn't get him out this season. We loaned out Hiriko Leshner. This is a guy that I'm not sure whether I'm going to play him or not. I've loaned him out for the second season in a row now, gone to League 2, because he had a quite bad season in League 1 with Millwall, so, and he's not doing too great in League 2, so I doubt this guy will become anything great. If he can't perform in League 2, he won't reach his potential at Premiership, so I'll probably end up selling this guy as well. But I'll loan him out, try and get his value up. I mean, that's the least I could do, at least try and raise his value up and then sell him on for a bit more money. So that's the idea behind that. Then this is a big one, Dennis Obrenovic, 2.4 million to Everton, who are a Premier League side. So basically had a great season for us last season, and his value did shoot up a lot. And then Everton come with a 2.4 million bid, and I just decided that, you know what, sorry about this cough again. Yeah, I just decided that this guy I was better off with the money than just having a player of this guy's standard, because this guy's an amazing player, no doubt about it. I mean, if I have the chance to sign it back, I will, just like the likes of Adam Noble and all them great players that I've had to sell on for money. I'd more than happily accept this guy back if I got the chance, because he's a great player. He played so well for us for the 2 seasons. He just got better. I'm pretty sure he would have done even better again this season. But with our financial situation, the 2.4 million, it's 2.4, yeah, I'm not saying that wrong, yeah, 2.4 million was just too much to turn down, so off he went. I mean, I've signed another left back, left attacking mid. I've signed a few other players that can play there, so I'm happy with the cover we've got. I'm happy with the players we've replaced him with. I mean, they're not of his standard, but they're of a standard I'm happy with, so that's all that really matters. Next guy to sell was Nello Bunsen. This guy was the one I brought in January. He just wasn't playing enough. He was moaning that he weren't getting games, so I thought, you know what, I'd rather let him go. He's not an amazing player. He's not a player that I'm going to have to fight to keep. I'm not willing to fight to keep. So 110k to Stockport isn't too bad, so I'm happy with that to let him go. And another quite surprising one for me was Francisco Rivaldo. I let him go on a free, just because I didn't want him again. He was on the wage bill. I just wanted him off it. This guy's got a bit of potential in him, but Stuart Ferris is just my first choice goalkeeper. To me, there wasn't any point of having 2 really class goalkeepers. I mean, alright, if one of them gets injured, another one can come in. But I just want one really good goalkeeper and another goalkeeper that's on near to no wage, because that way I can spend on other areas of the squad. Because I've already got one good keeper, like I say, Stuart Ferris is a very good keeper. So I don't really need 2. This is why this guy left. I tried getting money for him, but no one would come in with a fee, so I let him go on a free. I mean, I didn't make a loss. I only signed him I got him on a free transfer as well. Made 4 appearances for us, so in the end of the day, I'm not too disappointed with selling him. I mean, he has potential, but I'm just not willing to give him the game time. I want a keeper now, someone that could play amazing right now, and maybe if we get the next step up, I'll have to buy a new keeper, but that's something I'll deal with when I get there. Anyway, to the ins now. Not spending a penny again, because basically I can't. This 4.1 million just goes straight into the finances, and it goes again by the end of the season, because it's just trying to keep the club afloat. So, first guy in was Matty Stevenson. He's a backup left back. There's nothing really else to say about this guy. Just a backup. Yannis Lucas come in. This guy's got some nice potential in him. He can play striker and left attacking mid. This is what I've been playing him as. He's sort of just backup between the two, which is nice. I like having people who are versatile. He has played on the right a bit. That's why he's got that little green one there, little weird colour there. He's played 21 times, but a lot as a sub, which I'm saying, he's a rotation option that I always sort of have on the bench because of his versatility and things like that. So not too bad player, potential inside of him. Can become a Premiership player. Right now he's not of any amazing ability, but I think it's substantial enough. Let's put it to my Richard Howe. I think substantial enough, really. Callum Banton. He come in as our backup goalkeeper on 1k a week. In comparison, that's quite cheap. Clarence James come in, another left attacking mid. This guy is a backup left attacking mid. To another one we signed a bit later on. We signed a left attacking mid after we sold Obrenovic because I didn't have the wage to sign one beforehand. So this guy, not too bad. Got a couple of decent stats on him. He's from Liberia. I cannot say that country. I don't know why. Again, I butcher names. Is what I do. Not got much experience on him. Played in League One a bit. Not done too great when I've called up on him, but back up, don't really care. Next guy, Lewis. This guy's quite a good signing again. Got some nice stats I like to see. He's got good stamina. A couple of all them stats over 12 pretty nice to have, like the passing, the technique, quite good first touch, composure, concentration, creativity, etc., etc., etc. Very good player. I think quite a nice catch get from Atletico B team. Played quite a lot for them, so I think I'd say it's a step up from the second division B1 to the Championship. So he's done quite well to readapt himself, to climatise and stuff like that. Again, quite a nice bit of potential inside of him. Quite a decent player now. We do play 3 across the middle, so we need 3 or 4, maybe even 5 decent centre mids that we can always call upon. So it's nice to have these players that we do. Miguel is our new right back we brought in. He is a backup to Manu Sanchez. This guy, again, I like his mental stats, all of the ones above 18, work rate, determination, and bravery. Very nice stats to have. This guy isn't anything great, so again, not much to really talk about there. Peter Wijngaard, come in, the Dutch player. Free transfer, where he come from AZ. This guy's not too bad. I mean, look, 12 appearances, 5 goals, 2 player of the matches, 7 average match rating. This guy is the first choice left attacking mid, I'd say. Kind of hard to judge between like who's my first choice, but I'd probably say he was my main first choice guy, who is his actual first choice position, because I do play my strikers and left attacking mid and things like that. This guy's pretty good. Got some nice half decent stats everywhere across the board, like pace, acceleration, the crossing, dribbling you look for, the technique, the passing, things like that. So not a bad little signing. And our latest one, quite literally today, because we are on the 1st of January, was Meha Susi. I think they say that. This guy was a backup from Swansea, and he's coming as a backup right attacking mid as well, behind Ortega. And I think it's nice to have, decent backup. You can't really fuss about that. I didn't really have a backup. My backup right attacking mid was Mark van Breugel, and then, like Yannis Lucas, like I said. I pushed him out there because he could just play on the wing. What's the harm of switching him up? So this guy comes in with a much needed backup role that we needed to fill, really. So these are the transfers. Nothing too amazing coming in. We did lose quite a few key players like Cedric Kasongo, you already knew about, and Denis Obrenovic. So how did we do in the league? Well, sadly we're in 10th. I mean, I wanted to be higher, but if we look at the points, which is the key thing, how you should always judge your league position, we are currently on 41 points, 22 points behind Birmingham. It's very, very tight, this league currently, this year in comparison to last year. We had a massive points difference compared to 7th, but this year it's a lot tighter, so it's giving us more of a chance. If we look at our actual wins and loss, we've dropped 112, drawn 5, and lost 10. So the fact that we're losing a lot of games is a big problem, and our goal difference isn't very high, and that's solely down to the fact we haven't scored a lot of goals. So if we go to goals scored, you'll see we're mid-table team. We've got for goals against. We're a top half the table team. The fact is we need to score more goals, and we're just lacking the goals. Last season, Mark van Breugel was banging them in. This season, he's not. I've had to call upon like Will Brister to come in. He's scored a few, but nothing amazing. My other strikers again, like Los and Yanis, just haven't done. I mean Yanis Lucas, just haven't done as well as they could have. So it's difficult because, like I said, I don't have the funds to sign another striker, and unless I want to bring one in, I have to sell one. But I don't really want to sell any of them because I know they're just having a bad season, and maybe just having a bad start to the season. Maybe at the end they'll start scoring again. I don't really see the point of taking the risk because they've proven it to me before. So kind of stuck in a weird situation. Past positions. Have a look at this. I haven't looked at this yet myself. You see, look, very good start to the season. You'll see on my fixture list a very good start to the season. Then we sort of stoop down though, and we've not been able to really get ourselves out of the funk, get a good run of form again where it shoots us up like it did at the start. So yeah, I'm all right with the season. I mean, like I said, I wanted to be higher, but look at the points. We're still up there. We're still with a chance. I won't rule it out like I did last season. We definitely still have a chance. So let's go into the fixtures like I said we would. And we started the season off with a 4-0 win in the Capital One Cup. Pretty bog standard win, what I expected. We then lost 2 on the bounce though, and I thought, oh no, we're going to have another bad start to the season like we did last year. You know, we had a quite rough start. Kind of led me to doubt whether we'd survive, let alone get top half of the table like we ended up getting. And the same this year, I wondered, whoa, is my team really that strong? I mean, is it crumbling a bit? Did I not strengthen it enough? But then this run of form here really did pick me up. You know, we beat Wolves. We beat Hartlepool in a cup, which is kind of another easy win I expected. We beat Crystal Palace then away from home. We beat Charlton away from home 2-1. Beat Burnley 3-2. We beat Crewe 3-0. And we beat Peterborough 2-1. So we had a very nice run of form, and I was hoping we could continue that as long as possible. You know, we were up there. We were in the playoffs. All we needed to do now was hope the season ended there pretty much, and we'd have been exactly where I wanted to be. But no, of course the season was going to continue. And we had a pretty rough spell after that. So after beating Peterborough 2-1 in the cup, the next weekend, like 5 days later, is it? No, 4 days later, we ended up drawing to them 0-0. Sorry, I'm getting this all jumbled up. Drawing to them 0-0, which is disappointing. But then that sort of led to a little bit of tumble down the form. You know, losing 2-0 to Ipswich isn't good enough. Losing 1-0, losing 3-1, 1-0. Sorry, I'm looking at that one and just instantly say that. Losing 3-1 to Brighton and losing 3-0 to Birmingham. This is disappointing, of course. I thought maybe we'd get ourselves back on track, like I always do when we get a one win in a load of losses, by beating Wigan 3-1. But nope, that didn't last very long. As we drew to Ipswich. I'm looking at the wrong thing. We drew to Sheffield Wednesday. There you go. Let's get this back on track. Drew to Sheffield Wednesday 0-0, and then lost to Ipswich 1-1 in a penalty shootout in the Capital One Cup 4th round. This is the first time we've ever got to the 4th round of the Capital One Cup, and we ended up scoring in the 89th minute just to save ourselves, give ourselves that slim bit of opportunity. And they got a man sent off in the 80th minute, so we had an extra man for the extra 30 minutes of added time. I mean, extra time, sorry. But we couldn't find the goal, even despite the fact we really did come into ourselves in added time. We really showed what we could do. We showed our dominance. We had the ball. We took a lot of shots. Look at this. The strike force weren't doing very well, which is sort of why we couldn't score. And then in the end, Hildebrand, Brister and Piera couldn't find the back of the net during the penalty shootout and ended up costing us the game. So disappointed to be out of the cup. I mean, I like my cup runs. Like I say, the money means a lot to this club right now. After that, though, I thought again we bounced back with 1-0 win. Will Brister scoring a few goals for us, but nope, that didn't last too long, as we then lost 2-1 to West Brom, with Lewis getting his first goal for us. But in the end, it didn't really mean much towards the result. Losing 1-0 to Watford and drawing 1-1 to Hartlepool. We then lost again 2-0 to QPR. This wasn't a good run of form. Let's go up to the point from when we were on our great winning streak. Look at that, 2 wins in how many games that is. That's not good enough form, and that's sort of why we're where we are. Just this patch of form here, really patchy, not good enough. That is pretty much relegation zone form there. That's not that doesn't represent where we want to be in the league. But then, at least before this update, we sort of picked up, mid-November, December, we sort of showed what we could do. Beating Scunthorpe 2-0 with Bruno and Sanchez scoring for us. Beating Cardiff 2-0 with a Windegaard double. Then facing another Welsh team, Wrexham, who were up in the Championship, drawing 0-0 to them. Alright, we lost to Notts County 1-0, but it was away from home. I mean, you could do worse. Before beating Fulham 2-0 away from home, that's quite a good result with Andrea Piera and Windegaard scoring. See, Windegaard has quite a good month here, as he scores a double against Coventry to give us the 3 points there. We then drew to Derby 0-0, lost to Wolves 1-0, and beat Charlton 3-1. So, Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, this patchy bit of form was disappointing, and also the fixture list in December was disappointing. In 1 month, we had 3, 6, 7 games, and here in particular, in the space of less than a week, we had 3 fixtures. I mean, look, Derby 0-0. 2 days later, we face Wolves, lose 1-0. 3 days later, we face Charlton, win 3-1. I mean, that's difficult on any team, let alone a Championship team, to play 3 in the space of a week. So, yeah, the fixtures just been shaky in spells again. Not enough consistency, and that's pretty much costing us our playoff spot, I think, again. So, second half of the season, we need to pick ourselves up. We need to find our consistency, find our form, and we'll find ourselves in the playoffs. And hopefully, the 3-year plan will have worked. What should I show you now? I'm going to show you the finances. I'm going to show you, look, again, we made our money in the transfers. That was why we had it up there. But we're back in the debt because we can't afford to support us with our small stadium, our crappy sponsorship deals which are going on for another couple of years. Our loans we still got to repay from the stadium. I didn't want to be built because it's too small to handle a Championship team. Just everything seems to have gone wrong early on in this game for us, for this squad. And plus my stupid spending in League 2 probably didn't help contribute and things like that. So financially we're still screwed. We still need to get out of this division to try and sustain ourselves financially. Because I think if we get to the Premier League, sponsorship deals will come through. We get the big money TV deal. We get all this big money deals coming through. And we'll be able to at least stay afloat a bit easier, a bit more comfort there. I don't think I've shown you much staff in the past couple of episodes. So I'm going to end up with that. I'm going to end the episode showing you my ins and outs of staff. So Matt Derbyshire left our scouting staff, and Ron Morgan left our physio staff. We brought in under 18s physio Carl Roper. This guy has not got too great of stats, but I mean he's 25. He's got the ability to develop as a coach, so that's not too bad of a coach signing. The ins of last season. The ins of last season with Adam Johnson. We brought him in as our reserve manager because it's like the first time we could really have one. So he's got some decent stats as a manager on him. Hopefully he can train them tactically and mentally, because reserve managers do count as first team coaches as well. So I like to get a good coach as a reserve manager rather than a good manager. And the other team 18 manager is Paul Robinson. This guy's got a bit of history on him, which is probably the only reason I signed him, a Millwall legend. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for the ins and outs of my staff. And I think that's pretty much it for the episode. Not too much really. I mean, we're not doing amazingly, we're not doing terribly. Mick Mellor is doing amazingly, actually. There's something I could talk about. Mick Mellor still defies logic, as he has got a 7.47 average match rating, scored a goal, and has got 3 Man of the Match awards. Amazing player. Still, I do not know how he continuously plays well, and I'm so happy I got him at the start of the game. Anyone else I can really talk about? Our lack of goals, you can see it here. Look, Will Brister 6, Ortega 5, Windegaard 5, Bruno 3, Lucas 3, Van Brugel 3, Hildebrand 2, Los is injured with 2, Pellini with 2, Piero with 2. We're just not enough. A lot of people are scoring, but not a decent enough. I mean, Will Brister should have scored more goals. Actually, I can't even blame Will Brister. He's only started 11 games with 6 goals. Isn't bad. We need to look more to Mark Van Brugel. 21 starts, only 3 goals. It's not good enough, and if we don't change it around, we are not going to get the playoffs this season. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Like I say, not too much other than that to really talk about. So until next time, until then, peace out.